P-I-B-A-Y.
Rolling, ready whenever you boys are, yeah.
Okay, this is Vince Russo here from Pyro and Ballyhoo, and I'm here with Will Ospreay. Now, Will, I came to England for the first time yesterday. I've never been in this country. I had no idea who you were. I knew back in the States I had to cut a promo about you. I had, no idea who you were. I wasn't familiar that much with IPW UK. It's my first time here. Last night I got to sit back and see all the talent. Bro, I gotta tell you, you're an unbelievable talent.
Oh, man.
And I worked a very long time. I worked at TNA, WCW, WWE, but had the pleasure of working with AJ Styles for over a decade. And you reminded me so much of AJ, but the one thing that stood out to me is your size. How tall are you?
5'11", I think. 5'10".
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen somebody your size do the things that you did last night, and I thought it was absolutely incredible. And these fine gentlemen were telling me this morning, you're only 21 years old.
Yeah, man.
So how long have you...
70 though.
Well, you're walking today like you're 80. But let me ask you this. So how long did you train in the business to get to the level that you're at right now?
I'll be brutally honest. I started off backyard wrestling, not gonna lie. But something happened when I was very, very young. I was 14 years old, and something happened to one of my friends that nearly killed him. So it kind of shook me up, and I said I don't want to be associated with this anymore because I want to learn the professional route. So professionally, I've only been doing this 3 years now.
For how many?
3 years.
3 years.
Professionally, yes.
Yeah, I've known some guys that started the route of backyard wrestling. You know Eric Young?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's how Eric got started, and him and I used to talk about it. But man, I got to tell you, what I saw you do yesterday did not look like backyard wrestling. And let me tell you why you're a rare breed. Because here's the situation in the United States. You've got guys that are great workers, such as yourself. And let me tell you something. At 21 years old, I think you're above and beyond 80% of the workers in the United States. And I really, really mean that. But here's the thing for me. This is the most important thing for me. Over in the United States, because I work a lot of indie shows there, and not only that, but even when I worked at TNA, what happens there is people that put on X Division matches, and I don't consider what you do X Division, and I'll explain that in a minute. But what happens is the X Division athletes, they spend so much time going over the spots in the match, spot. And what happens is they have so many things to remember as far as the match is concerned. Once they get into the ring, they totally forget their character. So the character gets thrown out the window. So what happens is you've got match after match after match where these guys are all doing the same moves and nobody's different. They're all just wrestlers. The thing that amazed me about you yesterday was the combination of the way you worked and wrestled and the work rate, but the combination of that with the character. You were the character throughout the match, and you got the people with you. I know you were wrestling your former tag team partner, so there was a good story built in.
Oh, yes.
But the combination of the work and your character and staying true to your character throughout the match, I got to tell you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, for a 21-year-old kid, that's unbelievable. And you say you've only been training for 3 years. I don't think that's something you can learn. I think that's something you just have to know and have the ability to do. So can you just tell me a little bit about the training? How were you able to basically, I think there's two sides to this business. I think there's the work and I think there's the character. How were you able to excel at both of them? So,
since the very, very young age, my mum owns a drama group called Lightning Drama Group. We actually perform on the West End sometimes, a lot of Queen's Theatre stuff. So I was instantly hooked on that. I love acting, and I'm a big fan of musicals like Billy Elliot and Wicked and stuff like that. I'm a massive fan, so I've always acted for my entire life. And I like to say that Will Ospreay, I mean, my name is Will Ospreay. I mean, my real name is William Ospreay, but it's just a more cheeky version of myself. It's like I am Will. I'm like that in real life. Like I'm happy-go-lucky. I'm really cheeky, and I'm an Essex boy. And obviously, I mean nothing to you because you're from the States.
Right.
But just don't watch Towie. It was all I'll tell you, mate. Just don't watch it. But no, I guess I've always been me. I've been told 1,000 times that no one's going to be interested in William Ospreay when I think people would be if you give me like a chance. So my style is very different. A lot of people compare me to Pac and Ricochet, who's Adrian Neville.
Mm-hmm.
So they compare me to them a lot. But I want to kind of say that I'm not them. I am me, and I'd rather be me than anyone else.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, I've seen Adrian. I'm from the States, so I'm not as familiar with him as everybody here is, but I've seen him work on NXT.
Yeah.
I think there are great differences, in my opinion, from what I've seen, and basically I think that comes from a character standpoint. I think he's a tremendous worker, as you are, but like I said, the fact that you combine the two at 21 years old is almost like, there's some things you're born to do. And when I watched you out there last night, and then I learned how old you are, I was this is what this kid is supposed to be doing. And the Shoot to Kill, the AC/DC song doesn't hurt at the beginning. Tell me the origin, how that originated with you.
So I am a massive comic book fan, and when the Iron Man film got released, it was Iron Man 2, and I still think Iron Man 1 was cool, but I started doing it. I don't know if you know, I didn't do it last night actually, I guess it was the story of the match, but if you ever watch any of my stuff, I do a standing backflip and I land like Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
So I based it a lot around that, and I've always loved that song, man. It's just like, I don't know, as soon as you hear that guitar riff, you just want to just go, this is my song.
Yeah.
That's how that actually came around, man. No real story about it. It's like, I just love Iron Man. And I heard this song on Iron Man 2, and I was like, this is my entrance music.
That's so funny. I mean, again, it just goes to show how young you are that you first learned that song on Iron Man 2, and it's been around forever, for crying out loud. But Will, let me ask you this. What's your goal right now? I mean, my God, you're 21 years old, you're so talented, you got the rest of your life. I think you can write your own ticket. What's your goal? What do you want to accomplish?
Wow. Obviously, the main dream is WWE. That is the dream ever since I was a kid. It's all I've ever wanted to do. But my goal is Dragon Gate. I absolutely love it over there. I was privileged enough to be a part of the Dragon Gate UK tour. Mm-hmm. They said I need a little bit more work. I need more experience, and that is brilliant for me. I've got time now to go back on myself, work on the things I have flaws on, and I just want to make them come back next year and seeing that I keep getting stronger and stronger at all these points that they keep giving me,
Well, I'm going to tell you this, and I want you to know because I'm going to tell you straight up. Bro, you're going to be a huge star in the business. There's no question about it, but I know you've been training for 3 years. I just want you to know now, when you're huge, I'm going to tell everybody, I discovered you. This is the guy. I put him on a map. I brought him on this show. I told everybody after the first time I saw. Are you cool with that?
You're more than welcome.
All right. Well, listen, man. Again, God bless you, bro. You're a heck of a talent. I really believe you can write your own ticket.
I really appreciate it.
Just bro, don't. There's a lot of BS involved in the wrestling business. If you can stay clear of that, I mean, you can write your own ticket because honestly, like I said, somebody that worked with AJ and I think the world of.
And that's my guy. That is the guy. I watched him versus Daniels and Joe. I think it was Unbreakable. I'm quite sure it is. And he just caught my eye, and I went, I'm going to go to a wrestling school, and I'm going to be AJ Styles. Yeah.
And you know what you'd love? Have you ever met AJ?
I've never met him, but I have the privilege of facing him February 15th.
Yeah, I heard about it. And you know what? You're gonna. Yeah, and you know what? He's a great human being, man. I mean, he's you guys are going to hit it off so well. He's such a great human being. I wish I was there to see that, but I'll catch up with AJ and find out how it went.
Awesome.
But good luck with everything, man. I love your work.
Thank you so much.
Will Ospreay, I discovered him right here on this show. Don't forget that.
Russo,
thanks a lot, baby. Okay, thanks.
Take care, bro.
Yep, thank you. I hate that you got to walk downstairs now.